4 robust metal targets for the price of one? Well, that's what ABC Targets promises. So I have one on hand here and we're gonna check it out today. In the interest of transparency, this unit was provided to me by the company ABC Targets for an honest review. Here's the box just as it came to me. I have not opened it. Let's go ahead and do an old-fashioned unboxing. And there it is, unboxed. Even Uncle Joe will be proud. This is everything that came in the box. Now, they went ahead and sent me a spinner, which I wasn't even aware of until I just opened the box. But the spinners are available from them as well. And apparently they come with a screw, a little hanging hook here, and the spinner itself. And then you have the faceplate, the bell, a 5-inch screw to mount it, and the little bungee cord here to hang the bell loose inside of it. I'm gonna go ahead and put everything together and mount it, and let's see how it works. So it happens to be that I already had this pedestal built for another project that I was working on. However, there are several ways you can mount the system. I chose to do it this way, but if you go to their website, through AGN of course, you can see a bunch of different ways to do it, as well as assembly instructions. Me, keeping true to myself, I went ahead and put the instructions to the side and just figured it out on my own. I went ahead and put both of them on the same 2x4 here. Keep in mind, you might want to go ahead and angle this screw right here a little bit down so that this naturally migrates down and it doesn't come up against the wood here. Another thing, you want to hang the bell part low so that it does not hit over here with the screw, okay? Because if it does, it might not give you that ring, that signature that you're looking for. And I also preemptively went ahead and bolted this fairly secure in here. Now you can always hit it from the side. The other side, we'll test that out to see how that works, but in my particular scenario, then I went ahead and put the larger opening out to the back. Speaking of openings, there are 2 sizes of these, which originally I was not aware of, but there are 2 sizes of these. You can get the small one and the large one. Both the targets, the small and the large, are actually the same dimensions. They're both the same size. What actually changes is the kill zone selection. This happens to be the large one, which smallest aperture is 1 inch, okay? And all the dimensions can be found on the website if you need to choose which one is better for you. At the end of the day, what really matters here is their claim to fame, which was to build a simpler mousetrap. Now, does it work as advertised? Is it a good value for your money? We'll shoot at it. Let's see how it works. Let's see how it sounds. Okay, pretty much ready for testing here. The honors today are going to belong to the Caliber Gun Cricket in 22, and it's shooting pretty hot right now. I have it set out. Going to be shooting 16 grain JSB, and simply because the lead tends to be a little softer, and I'm shooting at 20 yards. I don't want any ricochets or anything like that, so let's give it a spin. After shooting with the higher powered PCP, I decided that it would be a good idea to go ahead and shoot with a lower powered gun like my trusty HW30. So I was doing a little homework and reading through some of the comments on Airgun Nation and seeing what other people were experiencing. Seems that some folk, the target's not working for them. Seems to be working for me pretty good. And I'm not saying that because it was provided. I'm just, you know, you got the video. I hope it comes out on there. But I did decide to do a modification. I went ahead and took the bungee cord off and took some metal wires and hung on both sides the bell part of the target and just let it hang free, and we'll see if it makes a difference or not. You'll be able to hear it on the video, so I'll be putting that footage up next. I have never shot a traditional bell target, so I really can't directly compare. But this is pretty straightforward. You heard the one shot at the end, that was pretty thud. The other to the bell, it definitely rang out. Is it worth purchasing this for what it is? It is a very simple metal contraption. However, I'm at this point in my life, I really can't weld. I don't have the equipment, I don't have the time. I probably could do it if I set myself to do it, but I just don't have that kind of time right now. You're supporting American made. I don't know, I think it's a pretty good deal, but again, that's personal. I wanted to take a second and thank ABC Targets for sending the target for review, and a big shout out to Airgun Nation. If you guys haven't been there, if you don't belong, I encourage you to go check it out. Okay guys, we're gonna close it up. Had to bring my little friend Valkyrie out. She wasn't feeling very well, not really eating her food, threw up a couple times, so brought her out for a little fresh air and camera time. So the 4-in-1 target, you know, I like it. It's really nice. It looks to be very well built, very solid construction. It works as advertised. You may find some flaws in it. I'm not really sure what to say about that. I mean, it may or may not be as crisp as a traditional bell target, but you can definitely tell the difference when you shoot it. It's also very versatile. It offers 4 different size holes and 2 different targets from which you can choose from, meaning the larger holes or the smaller ones for a little more challenging shooting. And definitely worth checking out. Price wise, I don't recall the price. Like I said, this one was provided for the review, but I have seen where as of late they have been running some buy one get one specials or a discount. And if you're gonna go ahead and buy one for yourself or as a gift, make sure you hit the Airgun Nation button up there. They're definitely one of the sponsors, and I definitely enjoy reading and partaking in Airgun Nation. Okay, so let's support it, enjoy the sport, and support each other.